There's a lot of talk with flyweights. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe after this card in another organization, we'll see what's going on with that. But yeah, I'm not sure. As long as I stay as healthy as I can and keep the right people around me, I get to do this until I'm at least 32.
Well, Combate Americas is expanding quite much.
Definitely.
I mean, their growth is tremendous, and they're very strong as far as promoting diversity, and that in its own, it just pretty much has it, bam, going away. And,
Yeah.
I mean, how do you think it's going to be the atmosphere for yourself, being from Fresno, walking out, and what's your music going to be in a packed Safe Mart Center?
It's gonna be fun. I've heard that the Combate Americas does a lot of different type of music.
Yes.
And I have more of an American hip-hop type music, so it should be something a little different than what the people will get there that night, but they'll enjoy it. It's a cool new beat. J-Rock Win. Yeah, I've heard it a couple times, and every time I hear it, it's like, this is new. I always pick like an old school song that I've always known, but this time it's something fresh.
Is that your type of music, old hip hop? What do you jam to?
Yeah, I would say hip-hop. I like hip-hop. To be honest, during this weather, the one thing I run to is piano music.
Piano music?
Yeah, believe it or not. Even when I'm cutting weight right now, it just keeps my heart rate down. When I'm in the sauna, I listen to piano music. It's kind of boring, but that's the point.
Do you play it?
No, I don't play piano. I don't actually play any. I think I played the recorder in 4th grade. But yeah, other than that, nothing.
Don't play, but do you dance?
On occasions, if the mood is right, yeah, I'll dance, and if I'm bored, I'll dance.
Why don't you get a win off me? Let's before we actually exit from here.
Okay.
Let's try something else. Let's
Okay.
actually shoot on another way that you can actually bring down an opponent.
Sweet. All right. Well, if I really want something, if somebody were to see me and they know I shoot, I would definitely get them to start faking, or get them to think I'm going to take their legs.
Right.
So once their head comes down, so when I put my hand down and I change my level, your natural reaction is going to come down here.
Okay. So
Once
I go
do
here.
that, boom, I could come straight.
Knee right there, and
Knee right
lights
there.
out.
Hopefully, I mean,
And
a guy
if
my
not,
size probably wouldn't. So if
Ground and pound, if any.
Yeah. Maybe if I hit somebody your size, I'd probably just run, but right after, I would get my little quick one in and be gone, because I might run faster than you. That's one thing I'd probably feel more comfortable
more than likely.
challenging you with, but
I'm as slow as a turtle, so
I'll take
you
it.
would be just fine.
I'll take it. That's all. That's the best I got.
I mean, wow. You know, the better thing, a lot of things, and you hear it from a lot of fighters, you really win or lose fights in the camp.
Yes, I feel that. I mean, you always have that percentage, which I think all of my opponents have, that one knockout punch to beat me. I think every fighter does have that when they come against me, but man, that one knockout punch, I'm willing to bet some money on that one, which I do. Yeah, I put a lot of money into my training camps, and in order, if I win, I set it up to where I get a good profit. So yeah, I put the house on it whenever I fight. I put it all in.
This facility, it's big.
I like it.
What are we looking at when this is jammed?
I would say about 50 guys on this mat, 40 guys on this mat. Everybody's just rolling, having a good time. You get, yeah. My coach is awesome, man. He'll be walking around the whole time, spreading good energy. When everyone's, one guy's getting choked out, he'll still be talking to him like, you keep going. It's cool.
How many minutes do you think I would last in your coach?
If he trained, like if you guys are going against each other?
Yeah.
Ooh, not that long. Not that long.
I love your honesty.
Yeah. They actually have a really good jiu-jitsu tournament coming this weekend also, who most of my team here are competing in. And that should be pretty fun for them. That's exciting for them. We usually only go to out-of-town tournaments that are really big, but this is like a really big staged one, so I like the energy that they've been putting in. These guys really work hard. I'm doing my thing in the cage, and when I need to be choked out, I come down here and these guys put a whipping on me. So it's awesome. I get to see every type of submission because it's thrown at me all the time, especially with my wrestling pressure. It allows me to keep good discipline against a jiu-jitsu guy.
Well, that's very important. You always want to defend all the styles.
Yeah.
So you mentioned your uncles being the inspiration to wrestling.
Correct.
What about the rest of the family structure? How is family to you?
Family's important, especially since I've been getting a lot older. I've noticed time is important. So I've been spending a lot more time with my family. I'm blessed to have a mother, Stacy Eliozondo, and a father, Paul Sr. My 2 sisters, Ashley and Alicia, especially with this fighting, I come home with a black eye from practice, and my sisters are crying. I'm like, guys, this is not going to be the worst, I promise. There's going to be more than this, but this was just practice.
How does mom take it?
You know, my mom doesn't mind it. I think I've talked to her a lot about it, and me and her just had one-on-one talks. Like, you know, this is a serious sport, and it's just like wrestling with punches now. The only difference is, I mean, I would come from a wrestling tournament, I get kneed in the eye and have a fat black eye. The only difference is this guy is trying to do that.
True.
And the only difference is I'm expecting him and knowing he's going to do it. And I also get to do the same to him.
How about dad? I mean, did he have any type of athlete background?
He was always an athlete. My pop is always an athlete. Even till this day, he'll try to play with the kids whenever he can. He pushed me a lot, which I give him a lot of credit for also. And yeah, since we're talking about family, my grandpa John and my grandma Dolores really helped me out a lot. Even when I was a kid, I'd do some yard work for him, and you know, just think this guy's a mean guy. He's a jerk, and he'd give me some cash, and now it's like, well, this is easy to me. I was raking leaves, you know, back then for some cash, but now I get to perform. You know, I get to have fun with it. So I've been able to use all the stuff my uncle's father, or my wrestling coaches and my grandfather taught me, and I get to do it on my own now. None of those guys come in here and help me out, which is something that I take pride on, because I got this far, not using, I wouldn't say old tools, but they showed me what they can, and I'm trying to do something on my own, which I've met new guys to help me out, to, you know, pick me up on the new step. If I had my same coaches here right now without my family raising me, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at. I'd probably be, you know, one of the guys who comes in for a couple months and then you never see him again. So my discipline is what got me here. So now I got to take my discipline with the right tools and see how far I can go.
How important was that and the upbringing, the discipline, respect, teach to you?
It was important. You know, I've had my bumps in the road. I mean, I've gotten into trouble, had, you know, the wrong friends, and I wouldn't even blame it on them because I still made the mistakes also. But you are who you hang out with, definitely. And if you hang out with them for a couple months, you might not see it, but one day it's going to catch up. And I've learned to surround myself with the right people.
Who's going to be in the Safe Mart Center from the family?
Oh, everyone. Except for my uncle. My uncle is in Virginia Beach. My Uncle Robert with his son, Bob Estrada. I mean, he's 6 years old, going for like national titles and stuff.
Wow.
So, I mean, he's already beat me and my uncles. So I can only, and he's 6, so you can only imagine. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, that's one thing his father's teaching him right now, with my Uncle Robert. Just, you know, all this stuff's going to be easy once you get a manager that you don't like. It's like, bro, a manager I don't like, he's going to tell me to do something I don't want. I used to do 3 miles and 5 a.m., and I didn't want to do that. He's going to have me sweep this on the floor. It's nothing. And then whenever the opportunity comes up, which there will be a window of opportunity, you take it, and one day the manager will be working for you.
What do you feel precisely if you get that manager, that coach that tells you something? Do you consider yourself to have a strong character and go like, no, I don't want to do that?
Oh, no. No. That's I mean, there's definitely a limit. He wants me to jump off a bridge. I'm like, you jump off the bridge.
Well, that's a fair one.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, no, if it's something, even though that I don't like, and I ask, like, when it comes to a job, if I don't do it, who would? And no, it should be my job. I'll do it. And then even if it's not, the type of work I put in as a kid on the wrestling mat, it's nothing compared to that. So I mean, and then wrestling, when you win, there's no prize. There's a medal. I got to go through 7 guys and get beat up for a little piece of metal, like a penny copper material. I mean, there was nothing. So now I get to do whatever this guy tells me and get a paycheck. That'll be cool.
You know, given how you speak about family, are you married? Have kids yet?
I am
Because
not.
you sound like someone that when you do have your kid, it's going to be the biggest thing in the world.
I'm trying to make sure that I take the right steps to start a family. I definitely don't want to jump into something that I'm not ready for, or that, I wouldn't say regret, but from my experience, I want to make sure that I don't ever feel like I left something behind that I wanted to get done before I, have a family, because I feel like that's my responsibility to know, like, I did everything I wanted to do. Now I have a kid, and everything's going to be on him, and I'm going to put everything into him, because, I'm not sure if this happens, but I wouldn't want to have regrets in the beginning.